So the other day I was watching this documentary about a rat, and the rat knew how to cook. And he made this signature veggie dish, and it was mouth-watering, and all the critics loved it. And I was watching it, and I was getting hungry, and I was like, WTF. Attention all freelancers, today's sponsor is the Brooklyn Creative League. It's a co-working space in Park Slope, Brooklyn that gives desk spaces and office spaces to independent professionals like freelancers and small shop companies. Check them out online at brooklyncreativeleague.com. They have awesome rates and it's an awesome space. So I did a little research on this Ratatouille dish and I found out some interesting things about it. First off, the dish made by Remy the rat in the movie Ratatouille, it ain't the real deal. It's a dish called confit bialdi, and it's a Turkish dish. It has the same ingredients and kind of the same flavors, but it's a lot more ornate than the original Ratatouille ever was. As it turns out, the dish is from Nice, which is a city in France on the southeastern coast right along the Mediterranean Sea. The dish has tons of veggies in it from that region that, when cooked together, kind of meld into this nice stew. I set out to find a recipe and found two schools of thought. There's one school of thought, the Julia Child's camp, that says cook all the ingredients separately, then layer them all together into almost like a salad. The other school of thought says put all the things together at first and cook them down. And even though the word touiller in ratatouille means to toss, everybody refers to it as a stew. So, sorry Julia, we are going low and slow. To make ratatouille, first dice 1 eggplant, 2 squash, 2 zucchini, and 6 tomatoes into equal-sized cubes. Then do the same for a red, green, yellow, and orange bell pepper. Make a bouquet garni out of parsley, thyme, rosemary, and basil. You can use any other herbs that you might have. Marjoram, tarragon, and even lavender work really well. Smash and peel 10 cloves of garlic and add them to a heavy bottom pan with a good amount of olive oil. Add salt and pepper and a palmful of coriander seeds. Let them toast, but don't let them brown. Now add your diced veggies and cover with your bouquet garni, more salt, pepper, and extra olive oil. Cover and let simmer over a very low flame for about 2 hours. If after an hour and a half you take off the lid and there's a ton of liquid there, you can leave the lid off to let some of the liquid evaporate. You can serve your ratatouille by itself, as a side dish, or as a sauce for something like pasta, rice, or quinoa, and you can can it or freeze it for future use. That is today's unknown food. I'm Dan Delaney. If you have a comment or suggestion, post them below. Find me on Twitter at twitter.com/DanielDelaney, and I will see you tomorrow.